All right, hi. All right, let's come onto the mat. In a seat. Blocks underneath you if you need them. Lie down if you need them. But in a seat if you can. And then just wiggle your body out. Maybe a little bit of shaking, spinning, a little bit of circles. And just bring yourself in your own time onto the mat. And then when you find a seat, invite a big inhale through the nose, breathe in. Big sigh out the mouth. One more time, big inhale through the nose. Big sigh out the mouth. And then like a blanket of water, just imagining from the top of your head, kind of running down, and as it comes down through your head, you feel those parts of the body soften. So coming down through your forehead, your eyelids, your cheeks, your lips, your chin, all the way down into the chest, everything softening as it comes in contact with that blanket of water, down into the belly, into the pelvis, the legs, the knees, the shins. Whole body soft. Find that length through the back of your neck, through your spine. And we're going to take these double inhale breaths, one exhale breaths. We're going to do it 3 times. If you haven't done it with me before, it sounds like this. I'm going to do that 3 times, breathing in. Twice more. Last one. Feel that soft through the face. Let that bottom lip release from the top. Soft through the chest. Can you let those shoulders go a little bit more? Can you feel your belly down your breath down in your belly, maybe even in your pelvis? On your inhale, reach the arms up above the head, big breath in. On your exhale, we're going to place this left hand down onto the side of the mat, reach the right arm up and over, extend those right fingertips up and away from the right hip, big inhale. Exhale, we guide over to the right side, left arm comes up and over, big inhale. Exhale over to the other side, back and forth. Trying to imagine that you're in between 2 brick walls here, so the arms go directly up and over. Directly up and over. Bend that base arm so you can increase this side bend on the other side. Last one, big breath in. And then from here, we're going to bring the hands onto the thighs. We're going to start to drag those fingers down towards the knees. As you do, round through the back. On your inhale, pull the hands towards the hips, arch through the back. Back and forth, cat and cow seated. Rounding, inhale. Arching, exhale. Inhale, breathe into the back ribs. Fill your lungs through the back there, fill up, exhale. Let's do it twice more. Last one. And then from here, we're going to take those blocks, slip them from out underneath you if they're there, come back into that 4-point kneel. And from here, this right hand is going to reach forward to the front of the room. Right hand reaches forward. We're going to turn the palm out towards the right side of the room as we circle it back. So arm reaches forward, palm facing in, and then flip as palm reaches back. Twice more. Arm reaches forward, palm flips, and back. Last one. Palm reaches forward, flips, and back. Now from here, you're going to place that right hand behind your back. We're just going to let the shoulders drop through that left shoulder. On your inhale, push the floor away. We drop, inhale, push the floor away. Last two, drop and push away. Last one, drop and push away. We're going to slide this left foot behind. The right leg is going to follow. We want both knees stacked on top. That right hand is still behind the head. And by head, I mean back. And then you're going to let the shoulder drop again, but now we're on the side. So push the floor away and drop. Push and drop. Last two and drop. Last one, as you push away, lift that right knee up off that left knee. Big breath in. Can that right arm come up and over the head? Extend those fingertips away from that right hip. Big breath in. We're going to step the right foot, turn those right toes to face the back of the mat. Bring your right hand behind your head. See if you can look up at the ceiling. Big inhale. Big exhale. We bring the right hand down, right knee follows. We come back into that 4-point kneel. We're sending the left arm up. Palm flips, it circles behind. Try and keep the rest of the body still. Arm reaches forward, palm flips, and it circles behind. Last two. Last one here. And then we bring it behind the back. Pull that left shoulder back and then slump through the right shoulder. On the inhale, push away. Exhale, slump. Inhale, push away. Last two. And away. Last one. And away. We pull this right foot back. Move those knees a little bit further away from your right hand. And then we're slumping through the right shoulder and lifting away on the side here. Do two more. And away. Last one. This time we lift that left knee up and off. Can you move your weight so we're kind of leaning towards the back of the mat? You're leaning away from that right hand, and then that left hand comes up and over. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more time. Exhale, left hand. Left foot joins the mat again. We come back into that downward dog, or we come into downward dog for the first time, I should say. Start to wiggle or pedal through the feet. Long through the back. Any movement that feels good here in your downward dog. And on your breath in, we rise up high into the toes. Walk all the way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift is your inhale. Forward fold. Stand up, reach up, look up. We're going to fold back down. The hands are going to come onto the blocks here. So hands on the blocks, this right leg is going to straighten. As it does, the right arm is going to reach up towards the sky. We're going to lean the hips back as you circle that right arm forward. Bring it down onto the block, then straighten through the left leg, then through the right leg. Left arm reaches up. Exhale, swing it forward. We're going to go back and forth with the breath. Inhale up, exhale, swim forward. Just notice where you feel your breath. Breathing out through the mouth if you feel a bit disconnected from it. And you're always breathing out like you're breathing out through a straw, so you can hear the breath. Last two. Last one. We come into that forward fold, hang over the legs, maybe grabbing opposite elbows, let your whole body drape. Big breath in, big breath out. Hands come down onto the mat, step the feet back. We can lower the knees on this first one, keep those elbows close, pull the shoulders back, we lower to the floor, lifting up baby or full cobra. Pressing back, let's warm up those wrists a bit more, rounding through the shoulders, and let's make those circles over the hands. This is a really, really quick, easy way to warm up the wrist, these circles, really pressing through the fingertips, and then reverse the direction. And then from here, we're going to penguin walk side to side. So the fingers are going to face away from each other now. We're just going to let that sway happen side to side. You can kind of pick your hands up off the mat as you do that. Last two. Last one, tuck the toes, send the hips back, move those feet as wide as the mat is, turn the toes out, heels in, and then come all the way down into a yogi squat at the back here. And just bring your forearms on top of your knees. Have a little sway, so let a little bit of movement come in. As your weight comes over one foot, come up off that heel, weight goes over onto the other foot, same thing. And if that feels okay, you might try and take your hands up to bring your chest a little bit higher here, as that weight shifts from side to side. Got your last two. Last one. We come into stillness. You're going to make two fists with your hands. Thumbs are pointing away from your body. We're going to bring those fists down onto the ground, press into the thumbs, let your knees drop towards the ground, and then push into your hands so those feet can jump forward. So we reach forward, let the knees drop, small jump, forward fold at the top. Holding those arms, big breath in, big breath out. Heel and toe those feet back in alignment with the hips. Hands come onto the blocks. We find this halfway lift through the back. We're going to pull this right heel towards the bottom. Try and keep that right heel nice and close. The knee's going to come in towards the chest. We circle it out to the side and around. You're trying to make this as big of a circle as your right hip can find. Right heel pulls in, circle out and around. Keep going with the breath. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, circle out to the side and around. Last two. Last one. Now from here, we're going to flip the one block so that both hands are going to fit on it. We're going to take this other block and place it in between that right heel and butt cheek. And so now that other block is the thing that's supporting me on the ground. Keep pulling that right heel in. Try and continue those circles without the right block dropping. Keep it slow. Last two. Last one. And then from here, we're going to take that block, extend that right leg back, stack the right hip on top of the left hip. See if you can lift up a little taller through the back. Extend that right heel towards the back of the room. Maybe that right hand can reach up towards the sky on this first round already. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more time. We're going to step this right foot to the back of the mat. Keep those left toes pointing forward. The right foot is in a warrior two stance. We take this left block, place it on the inside of the left leg. Reach that right arm up. Extend those fingertips forward. On your exhale, we're going to bend. Reach that right hand towards the back of the room. On the inhale, we lift. Right arm comes up and over. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Twice more. Maybe that block can go down a little bit lower. Maybe you don't need the block. Working with whatever space you've got this early in the class. Last three. Last one. And then from here, bend through that left leg. We rotate the left toes to the right side as well. Your toes are going to be slightly closer in than your heels. We're going to bend through this right leg. And when I say slightly, I mean literally like a millimeter closer. So your heels are out. We want these feet almost parallel with the sides of the mat. The block is going to go towards that left leg. And we're reaching as far forward away from that right leg as we can as we pulse up and down through that right knee. Pulsing up and down. Your block might be super high. Whatever you need, however much support, pulsing up and down. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last two. Last one. Straighten through the right leg. We rotate everything to the front. Block to the front of the mat. Send that left leg up into a three-legged dog. Extend that left leg. Big inhale. Left knee to left elbow, shoulders forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left knee to chest, shoulders forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Last one, left knee to right elbow, shoulders forward, drop the right heel, kick that left foot out, reach the right arm up. Fallen triangle, big inhale. Exhale, everything comes down. Move through your flow. Get your breath back, slow everything down. Maybe a moment here in child's pose. Last breath. Coming up, downward dog. Long through the spine. Small or a big bend in the knees. We rise up high into the toes. Walk all the way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift on your inhale. Forward fold. Stand up, reach up, look up. Fold back down, hands onto blocks. Okay, that left leg goes back. Pull that left heel towards the bottom. Start to bring that left knee in towards the chest. Circle around and out. These slow circles through that left hip. Got your last 3 here. Last 2. And last one. Now we add that block in. So we turn this right block. And now we grab that other block, place it in between left heel and butt cheek. And I know these suck. I know they suck. But the best thing about these ones is, one, yoga is a lot of opening through the back of the hamstrings. There's not a whole lot of strengthening through the back of the hamstrings. So this is one way that we can add that strength in, especially if you have a period, if you have a cycle where we are naturally quad dominant, those of us who have a period. And it means the back of the body is generally weaker because we have a front dominance. So it's really important to keep the hamstring strong. And it's also useful for what we're building to today. So from here, we take that block. We send this left leg back. Stack the left hip on top of the right hip. Maybe you can come up onto your left fingertips. Lean your weight back slightly. Maybe that left hand can reach up towards the sky. Keep lifting that left ankle up. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last one. Exhale, we slowly step that left foot to the back of the mat. That right block moves onto the inside of the right leg. Now from here, we straighten through the right leg. Left arm comes up and over. Exhale, bend. Back and forth. Inhale. Exhale. Last 3. Last 2. Last one. Big breath in. Exhale, we bend. We rotate those right toes. Block if you need it. We're bending through the left leg, reaching towards the right leg. You're trying to reach as far as you can towards that right leg, maybe past it. Big inhale. Big exhale. Where is your breath in your rib cage? What does your feet feel like on the floor? Pulsing up and down. What is that sensation on your inner right thigh? Finding the details of right now. Last breath. Straighten through the left, bend through the right. We rotate. We're sending that right leg straight up. 3-legged dog. Right knee to right elbow. Shoulders forward. Inhale, we go up. With the breath, slow it down. Right knee to chest. Inhale, we go up. Last one, right knee to left elbow. We drop the left heel. We extend that right foot out. Lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. Fallen triangle. Maybe that left arm comes up and over the head. Big breath in. Exhale, pull that right foot back. Move through your flow. And then resting pose of your choice. Get your breath back. Slow your heart rate down. Last breath here. And we're coming forward onto the hands and knees, not downward dog, hands and knees. So this left knee is going to come to the left elbow. See if you can really get it to tap, touch. Exhale, send it back. Left knee, left elbow. Tap, send it back. Last 3. Tap and back. Last 2. And back. Last 1. Tap it in. Now we're going to extend that left leg directly out to the side. We're going to sink the hips down towards the back of the right ankle. Let your toes, left toes, draw up towards the sky. Breathing here. Maybe those hands can reach closer towards the left side, maybe both on that left corner of your mat. Big inhale. Big exhale. Twice more. Exhale. We move those hands back into the middle. Keep that left foot out to the side. We come up. 3-legged dog. Keep that left leg high. Big breath in. Exhale, bend the left knee. Pull that left knee over towards the right side. Drop the right heel. Fall in triangle. Let that left foot spread onto the ground. Big inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down. Pull that left knee in towards the chest. Step it in between. We drop the right heel. We bring that left hand onto the inside of the left leg. Block if you need it. Right arm reaches up and over. Extend those fingertips. Big breath in. Exhale, we rotate the left toes, bending through the right leg. Now from here, left hand is wrapping around the outside of the right ankle. Right hand is reaching forward in front. And you're seeing if you can use your ankle to pull and look underneath your right armpit. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last 2. Last 1. And then releasing, coming into the middle of both legs. Hands are wrapping around each ankle. You're letting your torso dangle in between your legs. 1 big inhale here. 1 big exhale. Maybe those hands can reach further forward through your legs. Last 2. Last 1. Releasing, bending through the left. We rotate everything to the front. We're going to come up into half moon from here. Reach for that block. Drag the right leg up. Stack the right hip. Big inhale. Big exhale. Maybe that left hand can dangle off the block and be just off the ground. Last 2. Last 1. Place that right foot beside the left foot. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stand up, reach up, look up. Heel and toe your feet as wide as the mat is. I'm going to fold back down. Now from here, I'm going to bend the knees. See if you can get your elbows past your knees. So through the legs, maybe bending those elbows wider so that the palms can come together. And then maybe if this feels okay, you can reach your hands towards your bum. All right, very cool position. Very nice. You can show people at dinner parties. All right, the main thing that we're trying to do here is try and get your chest in between your legs, as close to whatever that is. And we're holding the bum because it's hard to hold. Not the bum, this position. Bum is easy to hold. Okay, last 2. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last 1. And then we release. We're letting the bum come all the way down in between the legs. Press those knees in towards the knees. Those elbows in towards the knees. Find a little bit more length through your back. And then where is your breath? Slow everything down. Last 1. And from here, pressing those hands down, step or jump the feet back. come back into that 4-point kneel. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. That right leg goes back. Pardon me, we pull the right knee in towards the elbow. Exhale, send it back. Really see if you can get them to connect. Right knee, right elbow. Exhale, send it back. Last 3. And back. Last 2. And back. Last 1. And extend that right foot out to the side. From here, we drop the hips down towards that left ankle. Let those right toes point up towards the ceiling. Reach those hands forward. Big inhale. Big exhale. Maybe those hands can reach closer towards the right leg. Last 2. Last 1. And bringing those hands back into the middle, moving the hips forward. We keep this right leg out to the side as we lift up into that 3-legged dog, holding and breathing. Try and keep your shoulders even. Exhale, pull the right knee towards that left elbow, kick it out to the side. Lift that left arm up and over. Big inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down. Pull this right knee into the chest. Step it in between the hands. We drop the left heel. Right hand comes down. Left arm comes up and over. Big breath in. Exhale, we rotate. Right toes rotate towards the left. Left leg bends. We're grabbing the outside of the left ankle with the right hand. Left hand reaches directly in front. And you're seeing if you can pull through that left ankle to look underneath your left armpit. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last one. And releasing slow. Bend through the right leg. We rotate everything forward. We're reaching for the block, coming up into our half moon. Have a good bend through the right leg. Lean your weight back so the weight is in that right heel. Can that right hand hover off the ground? Big inhale. Big exhale. Last 2. Last 1. As you exhale, step that foot to the front. Forward fold. Hang out down the bottom. Have a little rock. Get your breath back. Halfway lift on your in. Forward fold. Plant those hands down. We step back. Move through your flow. Slow that breath down. Rest pose of your choice. We'll have 4 breaths here, wherever you're at. Last breath. Coming up into a downward dog. Alright, we're going to move through a flow, and then as the hips come back up, we're going to lift the left leg up. But I want that timing to be together. So as soon as you start to feel your hips come up, the left leg is already moving with those hips. So we come forward, round through the back, shoulders forward. We come down, lifting up. And then on your inhale, that left leg lifts up as those hips lift up. Big breath in. Exhale, we're pulling left knee into chest straight away here. Step that foot in between the hands. We drop the right heel. Left hand on the inside of the left leg. Right arm comes up and over. Big inhale. Left leg is as straight as it can go. Exhale, we rotate. Grabbing a hold of that right ankle. Reach the right hand forward. Look underneath that right armpit. Big breath in. Exhale, we're changing here. Right heel pulls in, left toes start to turn up. We're coming into Skandasana. Now from here, can you grab a hold of your right ankle with your left hand, and can you sit back slightly onto that left butt cheek and reach your right arm up and over your head, maybe catching this left foot. Big breath in. Exhale, release. We're going to use our hands as much as we need here, so maybe those hands come onto the floor to help you lift up. Otherwise, we rotate forward, lean for that block. Maybe you come straight into half moon without the block this time. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more time. Exhale, that right foot lands to the back of the mat. This left foot is pulling over towards the right side. We drop the right heel and extend that left foot. Can you catch it with your hand? Big inhale, lift up and out of that left shoulder. Exhale, send it back. Move through your flow. Now we're coming up. The right leg is coming up with us. Inhale. Right knee to forehead. Step the foot. Drop the left heel. That right leg straightens. Left arm comes up and over. Big inhale. Exhale, we rotate the right toes. Bend through the left. Grip that left ankle with the right hand. Look underneath your left armpit. Breath in. Exhale, we release. Pull that left heel in. Rotate the right toes out. Can you sit onto your right butt cheek? Right hand grabs the left ankle. Left hand grabs the right foot. Move the knee and the foot further away from each other. Big inhale. Exhale. We move, use our hands as much as we need to. Guide to the front. Maybe you don't use that block. Hover the right hand. Big breath in. Exhale, step that left foot down. Right knee moves to the left elbow. Drop the heel. Catch the foot. Can that foot extend towards the left side of the room? And then we send it back. Move through your flow. Resting pose of your choice. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last two. Last one. And from here, we're going to tuck the toes, bring the feet as wide as the mat is, and then sink back into our yogi squat. Now we're going to come up and down from that ridiculous position we were in before. So bum comes up, elbows are resting in between the knees, and we're grabbing a hold of the bum. You can reach those hands out to the sides as well if you don't want to grab your bum, but your bum's beautiful, so maybe give it some love. So we're holding bum while reaching the hands, and then on your exhale, you're letting the bum drop, hands come back into the middle. Inhale, they come up. Exhale, they drop. Now each time that you lift the bum up, you're trying to get your chest further through your legs. You're trying to reach, get your bum higher, and then come back down. Two more. Reach, and then down. Last one. Reach, and then down. And then we're going to come down and take our blocks and place them both onto the mat. I'm going to sit on these blocks. And I'm going to get a drink. So you sort yourself out. Okay. From here, bum on the blocks, legs out to the side. Whoop. And then feet are on the ground, toes are out in a diagonal. So it's like we're in a straddle sit, but both knees are bent, feet, palms of the feet are on the ground. Fingertips either side of your temples. You're trying to come down as low as you can through your legs, and then push through the feet and squeeze through the glutes to come back up. So we go down as low as we can, and then squeeze to come back up. And if you're having trouble connecting with that squeeze, connect with the push of your feet instead. Last three. Last one. Then from here, we come down off the blocks. We have our legs out in a straddle, however wide feels good. We're going to do the same thing. This time your toe is going to be flexing up towards the ceiling. We come down as low as we can, and then we come back up. You're just going up and down with your breath as low as you can. And when I say as low as you can, it's without a rounding of the back. So how can you hinge chest towards the ground? Or how low can you hinge chest towards the ground before the back compensates and tries to get your head down lower? We want the chest, the middle of the torso, to be the first thing touching the ground. Keep those toes pointed up towards the ceiling. They'll want to turn in. We got 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. And on this last one, we're going to hang down at the bottom. Reaching those arms forward or hands down with whatever capacity you're working with. Last 3 breaths. And then slowly coming up. Whoop, bringing your knees in towards your chest. Give them a little hug. Have a little rock from side to side. Okay. Last thing. So, knees are bent. We're back in that position, but without the blocks. We're going to bring the elbows underneath the knees and then see if you can thread your hands underneath as well. And then your legs are going to extend as far forward as they can. And you're getting your chest as close to the ground as it can. Those knees are going to obviously stay bent to make room for your arms. And we're just going to hang out here for a hot minute. Keep breathing. Last 2 breaths. And then unravel yourself. God, I always get stuck in that position. And then bring your knees in and have a moment with your knees again. Okay, you hang out here and I'm going to explain what we're doing. So, Trikonasana. We're going to use the blocks to bring the ground closer towards the face. And we're going to try and get back into that position that we were in, that funny position where we're holding our bums, right? But now we're going to be holding the blocks. And the trick is we're trying to get our elbows as far past the knees as we can, because our elbows are the thing that we're sitting on in this position. So my feet, heels are kind of lined up with the tops of my 2 blocks here. I'm going to bend my knees, stick my bum out towards the back of the room, and now bring my elbows as far past my knees as I can find them. My fingertips are going to rest on top of the blocks. So they're wrapped around the front. I start to bend my elbows towards the back of the room. And now this next little bit is I want my elbows to go back and then out underneath my knees. So they're not just going back onto my thighs, they're gripping underneath the knees so that when I sit, move those blocks a little bit further back, I have something to sit on. And then you're slowly leaning the chest back and starting to creep those legs out in front of you. And we're mainly trying to extend as far as they want to extend. Eventually these arms will be straight, but we can just keep them bent to sit on for now. So have a go. I'm just going to roll out my wrist for a hot minute. So those bullet points again, feet on the edges of the mat, as wide as the mat is. My blocks start in line with my heels, but I'm probably going to push them further back. And then from here, I start to bend the legs. I bring my elbows past my knees and then push them out so they're directly underneath. My fingers wrap around the front of the blocks. I glide those blocks a little bit further back, push through the heels of my hands, start to sit onto my elbows, and then very slowly start to bring my legs up. If I do that too quickly with my legs, I will fall onto my bum, which is also fine. Just roll a couple times. Once you've had a little play with that, maybe you start to play with straightening the arms. So if you're sitting in your Trikonasana and it's feeling good, maybe you can push a little bit more through the shoulders, and all of that work that we did at the start here, one-handed, pushing up and down. When you're in Trikonasana, the shoulders are up by your ears. So now if you're starting to straighten, you're going from that bent position to then pushing up and out. So your neck moves from that craned position up to here to push up and away from the floor. Have a play. Then roll through your wrists and let that movement go. And if you're done, we're making our way onto our back. Let's come into our beloved happy baby. Grab the outsides of the feet, have a little rock from side to side. You're taking any final movement that feels good, maybe a twist. Maybe you want to take an inversion. Maybe a plow pose, anything that feels good before you settle into your final pose. And bringing your mind back to your body. Feeling your back on the floor, the weight of your clothes. Inviting a big inhale through the nose, breathe in, sigh it out the mouth. Starting to wiggle through the fingers, the toes, maybe a big stretch overhead. And eventually rolling to one side and pressing yourself up into a seat. Allowing your spine to be long, your shoulders soft, feeling the length through your spine and the back of the neck. let's finish with one of those breaths that we started with. The double inhale, the one exhale. Breathing in with me. On your inhale, reach the arms up above the head. Exhale, palms touch, hands come down. Thumbs hover over your third eye, in between your eyebrow. Reconnecting body, breath, soul and spirit. Letting your head rest on your thumbs, bow your chest forward. And then gently lift the chest and flutter your eyes open. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me. The easiest way to let me know that you liked this class is to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support so much. I appreciate you, and I will see you when I see you next time on the mat.